Good morning, everybody. I know it's early in some parts of Canada, but big Facebook fact check here this morning against CNN. And it's a headline article this morning. And I need all of you to click on the link in the title. It's going to open you up to my written version. In there's a link to an email to CNN to tell them why the story has to be pulled, why it's fake news, and they shouldn't propagate that in the world today. We're going to go through this fact check and this absolute fake news story that CNN's putting out. I experienced this in Global Summit for Constitutionalism with more than half the nations in the world I participated in. Smartest people in the world, and I also had the very great privilege of sitting in on a whole conglomerate of Asian countries going through all of their constitutions. One thing I learned about Western society, including all of the colonial countries in the Commonwealth, that includes Australia, and a big propagation in the best universities in the world, and something that has to get out. Japan was an Axis power. For those who don't know, everybody should know from history, if you choose to read it, Japan was with Germany. They were an enemy of the Allies in the time of World War II. Pearl Harbor should tell you everything. Regardless of all that in history, what happened post-World War II, the League of Nations was destroyed. Germany went in and absolutely destroyed Great Britain, even into France. It was actually Russia and USA who've eventually freed UK and France, okay? So, upon that, Japan, we know of Hiroshima and several other atomic bombs dropped on Japan. Country devastated, war over. USA and Russia were the ultimate allies, the most powerful nations post-World War II. We know all about the Cold War. If you haven't read it, read it. What a lot of people don't know is many countries in this world received imposed constitutions, especially the Axis powers. Japan received absolutely an imposed constitution by none other than the United States. Russia and USA split the world. Russia was going on with the Soviet Union. We know of lots of countries, South Korea, for example. South Korea, USA imposed. North Korea, Russia imposed under communism of the time. Okay, going forward. Japan was no different. They have a constitution that is 70 years old, more than 70 years old. And guess what? It's never been amended because it's an imposed constitution by none other than the USA. With all the concepts of America first, they cemented that Japanese constitution, imposed it on Japan, and that's why they go into their nationality and don't recognize other countries. Look no further than the USA, who does allow you to have other countries, but once you become a citizen of the United States, you're bound to it forever. It's called America First. No matter where you move to, no matter where you go, you will always be attached to the IRS. You will always have that nationality the second you become an American citizen. Sure, they allow you to have other nationalities, but it's America first. Now, Japan, World War II, America imposed a different style of constitution, absolutely cementing the law of sovereignty. They did this all over the world. So did Russia, by the way. The law of sovereignty, which Canada doesn't have, I know this, I'm fighting this right now, is a world-binding law respecting the nationality of your country and putting it first. CNN puts out this article by Jesse Young, mainstream, all We have to criticize Japan. Wow, America. Wow, and wow, CNN. Just like most of the university students being pumped out in the Commonwealth countries at our greatest institutions, we definitely know you're doing it in Australia, and now it looks like you're trying to do it in some of the American institutions. But guess what? The best of the best constitutional professors, highest in this world, will tell you without a doubt what I'm telling you now. You are 100% fake news story today. Law of sovereignty. That is all one has to say. Imposed constitution. Absolutely cemented 1947. We didn't even have the Declaration of Human Rights. And you can all look it up. I promise you, Japan has not had an amendment since that time. Not a one. They were an Axis power with an American imposed constitution, respecting the new international laws, the law of sovereignty, putting your nation first. That's the rule of the UN. That's binding law. That's how it's supposed to be. Fake news by CNN. Very shameful. Shameful that that kind of story goes forward. You all have a duty. Copy this link if you can't remember the key points of it. Law of sovereignty, imposed constitution by the Allies against the Axis power, Japan, in 1946, post-World War II, imposed by none other than the United States of America under America First. Again, America First is cemented law of the United States that they've used to bind into the UN as one of the 5 countries who absolutely runs this world and who is number 1 in this world these days today and likely for the foreseeable future. Most powerful nation on earth. They create these rules, then they try to double down on rules and get countries in trouble. Japan can't go against its constitution. Further, it was imposed by the United States and the allies of World War II because Japan was an Axis power. They did not write their own constitution. The UN did. America specifically wrote that constitution, as well as cemented all international law that we all accepted worldwide in 1948. To go against that is World War III. And USA Today and CNN with this article has no right to criticize Japan or demand that Japan alter their course when Japan is only doing what they were absolutely imposed to do by none other than the United States of America and is absolutely following international binding law. Thank you. Share, go into the title, click on the link, go in the link, you're going to see the email to CNN, send them an email. Critical, important, everybody get this shared out, get it done. Otherwise, the world just becomes a lie. Thank you. Bye now.